Hello everyone, welcome to this new video, and in this one I would like to answer the question that a lot of people have. So a lot of people ask how long does recovery take? How long does porn recovery from porn addiction take? So this depends on a bunch of different things. It depends on a bunch of different factors. So we are going to be talking about each of them, and then I'm just going to kind of give you my answer on it. So first of all, the first factor that I want to talk about is the age that you started. So this one is a big one because from what I've seen is a lot of older people who didn't grow up with internet porn take a lot less time to recover. They recover faster, and what I've also seen is that their symptoms are also not as severe. So for example, if you're like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, a very early teenager, if someone started watching porn as a teenager, and they watched it regularly throughout all of their teenage years, that is going to cause recovery to take longer than, let's say someone who's in their 40s or 50s who didn't start using porn until they were like a grown adult. So that's the first thing that you should think about is when did you start watching porn? And also the next thing is how often were you watching it? So were you watching it regularly multiple times per week ever since you were like 12 years old? Well, that's going to take a lot longer than someone else who didn't go than someone else who is a lot older and did not experience that from a young age. So that is something that you need to keep in mind. Now, some people have just been casual porn users, and some people would report that they were addicted. Now, that is a big difference because if you were actually addicted, the changes in your brain will have been more profound, and the neural pathways in your brain will have been more severe, in which case recovery will take longer. So if you've been around all these like communities like NoFap and that kind of stuff, a lot of them mention 90 days for a reboot. So a reboot is classified as just being free from artificial sexual stimulation and kind of resetting your brain to its normal baseline level of dopamine, to its natural level of dopamine. And that's kind of what is meant by a reboot. So that's what a lot of people on like NoFap recommend, and that's what a lot of people on YouTube recommend. And the thing is, that is not going to apply for everyone. Like some people are going to see results a lot before that, a lot before 90 days, and some people will take more than 90 days to see results. It just depends, like I said, when you started using internet porn and how often you were actually watching it and consuming it, and also if you actually were addicted or just a casual user. But here is the thing that I think is the most important thing, and why you shouldn't really worry too much about that question in the first place. Because the thing is, if you're trying to break free from your porn habit, the goal is not just to be free from it for 90 days and then go back, right? That's not what you want to do. Like, if you're watching this video, you probably want to actually get rid of this bad habit, and make deep, lasting changes into your life. Well, if that's the case, then you shouldn't worry. You shouldn't put too much pressure on yourself to actually get results and see a massive difference in 90 days. Because even if it takes longer than that, the results will be worth it. So the point is, even if it takes you more than 90 days to get results and actually see the benefits of quitting porn, then it's still going to be worth it. It's still going to be great, right? So you shouldn't worry that much about, focusing too much on the short term, because if you've been watching porn and consuming it for years and years and years, then you can't expect all of those brain changes to be undone in like a couple of days or like a week, right? So I think this whole 90 days thing, I think it does apply to like the average user of porn. Some people will see benefits during that time, but like I said, it also depends on other factors, and I believe that you will be able to see benefits from this even after 90 days, even after, you know 6 months. You're going to continue to see benefits, because the more that you that you are away from porn, the memory of it will just fade more and more. So if I had to answer that question, I would say that 90 days you should probably get some benefits. The average person would probably get some benefits during that time. But if you do not see much of a difference during that 90-day time span, do not worry too much about it and just keep going, right? Because like I said, you also have to evaluate your own situation. Yeah, that's kind of my answer to that question. Average person, 90 days, you should be able to see some benefits. But like I said, for some people, it will take longer than that. And like I said, that is fine. And so if you made it to the end of this video, in the description of this video, there is a link where you can get a free PDF with 4 tools and resources that can help you quit porn and that I have used myself. So if that's interested, go to the link in the description. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.